But I want to answer one more question before I finish today, and it's this. It's with regards to 3 words that have become so divisive in our society today. Black Lives Matter. And the question I want to answer today is, should we as Christians say or support Black Lives Matter? My first response would be, do they? The answer is yes. But there still are other real concerns. I want to address those today as well. First, many people are anxious over the phrase Black Lives Matter because they assume that it's privileging black lives over others. Why don't all lives matter, they might ask. But those who say Black Lives Matter, they're not trying to say that other lives don't, or that Black Lives Matter more, or that Black Lives Matter only. What they're trying to say is that Black Lives Matter also. They're trying to say something because in the reality that many black people experience, there are clearly people who do not value black lives. And so they're trying to say, not to the exclusion of anyone else, that yes, Black Lives Matter too. But if you add that too, it doesn't sound as catchy as a hashtag. The second real issue, I'm saying this is a real issue, but isn't the Black Lives Matter organization, aren't they anti-Christian? Aren't some of their beliefs incompatible with what we believe as Christians? Right? Some of the things that we would affirm, that the Bible affirms, the value of the family. Black Lives Matter doesn't totally say that it's unimportant, but they say that we don't think that this is compatible for everyone. Right? What we talked about last week with issues of sexuality in the church, the Black Lives Matter movement wants to fully embrace the sexual revolution. They want to fully embrace the LGBT movement in all of its forms. But not everything that they are for is wrong. This is from their website. It says, we acknowledge, respect, and celebrate differences and commonalities. That's a good thing. We work vigorously for freedom and justice for black people and, by extension, all people. They believe all lives matter too. We intentionally build and nurture a beloved community that is bonded together through a beautiful struggle that is restorative, not depleting. Now again, we can criticize whether they're actually accomplishing that or not. But can we say Black Lives Matter? I want to say unequivocally, yes, we can. And let me give a comparison. Remember what A.W. Tozer said? What comes to mind whenever the church mentions God is the most important thing about them. There is a group of people, many of you are familiar with, called Jehovah's Witnesses. Right? They are a Christian sect. They are not Orthodox Christians at all. They don't believe that Jesus is fully divine. And they have many other things that are errant from Christian belief. But just because Jehovah's Witnesses are a very large organization, there are many people who associate with them, it doesn't mean that I stop witnessing to Jehovah and bearing witness to him. I'm not going to let them take the name just because they've warped it and distorted it in their own way. I want to reclaim Jehovah because he belongs to me. He belongs to us. And in the same way, we can say, and we shouldn't be afraid to say, or maybe anxious when other people say, Black Lives Matter. Now, we can critique parts of the movement, that is fine, but we need to be able to affirm that reality. Because I believe that Jesus would affirm that reality.